Expect the unexpected in China. Good morning. It's another adventurous day here in China. We are just headed over to get our bus. We booked a long-distance bus from Wuzhen to Suzhou today. But the most exciting thing is we booked 2 nights at the Pan Pacific Hotel, which looks like just this kind of intricate, almost temple complex with a huge garden grounds. We've used our travel points we've accumulated over our last 5 months of travel. Hopefully it's worth it. It looks beautiful, and we're excited for the next stage. So let's get on our bus and get going. Luckily, people are very helpful. We're looking lost, and they're just shouting out which bus it is in Mandarin, and we don't know which one to take, so everyone's really willing to help, point us in the right direction. I think we're on the right bus. Hopefully. We'll find out when we get there. Or somewhere completely different. That wasn't too painful. We did get the right ticket. We're in the right place. Now I just got to book a car to take us to our hopefully luxurious Pan Pacific stay. Of course, today, the day we need to be walking around with our bags. It feels like it's like 35 degrees today. And here's a robot.
Cleaning robot.
A cleaning robot. It's a hot day to be walking around with bags on. I have 2 nights here at the Pan Pacific in Suzhou. I'm walking through the property. It looks pretty beautiful. This is a nice big king-size room for us for a couple nights. We also have access to a garden that's just attached to the complex that we'll go probably check out first after we figure out some lunch, because it's been a long travel day. We'll show the property a little bit after this and hopefully check out the rest of the town, because I think there's a lot to see here. For a little walk. I found a restaurant. All of the menu items are just up on this board here for different prices, so we had to kind of translate every one of them. And so I just appreciate everyone's patience and helpfulness. Everyone gets their translate apps out. We have our translate apps out, and we figure it out together. But like, I know it's probably a bit annoying for them. They're smiley, they're helpful, so it makes it a lot easier. All right, time for lunch. Here's my drone shot of the property. Look how sprawling this is. The Pan Pacific is built right next to the Pan Men Garden property here, and it's so relaxing. Tour group and saw going off just as I try to do this. So the Pan Pacific has its own garden property. You have direct access to the Pan Men Garden complex, so it's free if you show your room number. And it's very beautiful. Nice water features and a very impressive pagoda. Look at that.
Nine of Suzhou's classical gardens are UNESCO World Heritage sites, renowned for their meticulous design and beauty.
I kind of thought the little garden that's attached to our hotel would just kind of be a cool freebie, but it's part of the city wall and the gate, so definitely worth seeing. This is actually a thing to see. And we didn't think we were going to see anything today. I love a good bonus. This is like a much less busy, much less ancient Great Wall of China. But it is a wall in China. The pretty okay wall of Suzhou. That was insane. Just expect the unexpected in China.
Short but moving.
Just like you. When there's a hole in a waterfall, you go in it. I think that's the rule. This is like the second fake cave thing that we've gone in this country already, I think. Right back at our hotel. That's the kind of sightseeing I like, when it's just part of your hotel and you can go right back to your room and chill out. Good morning. It is day 2. So the thing to do here is to visit one of many classical gardens. So these gardens date back like 1,000 years. These were private gardens, which are different from the rest of the imperial gardens and most of the rest of China. And aside from that, there's just temples and really cool kind of canal streets similar to what we saw previously in Wuzhen. We only have one day to see as much as we can here. We're gonna hop on the metro and see if we can navigate that to our first location. We're gonna see the North Pagoda Temple, and then we're gonna walk over to the Humble Administrator's Garden, which is the most popular, famous one, which people say do not visit on the weekend. It's Saturday. so I am expecting nothing but tons of crowds. But I think I got to do it, so here we go. On to the subway. So what is line for? Oh, right here.
WeChat. So just scan the QR code. Okay, tickets?
Success.
Okay.
Pretty scenic exit to a metro station if I've ever seen one. Free. That's what I like to see. I didn't expect so many like really impressive pagodas here. This is crazy. This is a never-ending line. This might not be the day to do the humble administrator garden. This is too many people. I don't think there's any garden in the world I would wait in a line this long for. So I humbly reject entrance to the administrator's garden today. Thank you, though. This would be hours of my life I'll never get back. So there's other gardens. Go see those instead. Okay, this is the Lion Grove Garden, and we got a ticket right away. This is a much more manageable line, I would say.
The Lion Grove Garden, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, was built in 1342 during the Yuan dynasty. The garden is renowned for its unique rockeries, particularly those resembling lions, and its labyrinth of pathways and caves.
This one's kind of cool. There's a bunch of caves and walkways and pass-through areas to navigate. I didn't think I'd be crawling through so many like fake cave rockways in this country, but this is like the third one so far. It's a maze.
Okay.
If there's this many people in this garden, can you imagine what the humble administrators looked like?
Cool.
This might be the only garden we do today. They're not cheap to get in either. Next stop is Pingjiang Walking Street, and as can be expected, it is also very busy on a Saturday.
Pinjiang Road dates back to the Southern Song Dynasty and is one of the oldest streets in Suzhou. It was once a major grain storage center during the Ming and Qing dynasties and is recognized as one of China's first famous historical and cultural streets.
It's another area with just really cool old streets and canal streets and cool shops, and then a Dairy Queen. What did she say to you?
Welcome to China.
Tess thought she'd have no one interested in her taking her picture.
I'm just in shock, like, I don't know what to say.
What did you get? Oh, this is Tessa's first soup dumpling. A lot of the things that we find in our time in China, we just end up stumbling across them. Try and plan our route to know what we want to do, and then end up just walking aimlessly, and you come across cool stuff, like almost every time.
Every time, yeah.
Okay, we've decided to fit one more garden in. So we're hitting the Master of Nets garden, which is apparently the smallest, and also hopefully less busy. I think it's just as busy in this one. Just as busy in a smaller area.
The Master of Nets garden was initially built in 1140, and it was inspired by the simple life of a fisherman. It became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1997.
And that was the Master of Nets garden. Thoughts?
It was a little small and quite busy.
Maybe don't come to this town on the weekend.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone from Shanghai had the same idea.
Yeah.
Because it's very close to Shanghai, so
You just have to imagine it with no people, which is very hard to do, but
very hard to do.
you can try to enjoy it.
But I think that we got a sense of the classical gardens here. Anyway, we need a break, so back to our luxurious hotel. And maybe back to our own garden to see it all lit up, because it looked quite cool last night. So this is our last night in Suzhou. There's more we wanted to do here, But the busyness and the fact that we came here on a weekend has prevented us from doing and seeing a lot, unfortunately. So we saw what we could while we were here, and it was still a really good experience.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
We're finishing off with just our local Pan garden, just to top it all off. And it's really nice at night. This isn't a bad way to end it. So tomorrow we're heading off to Shanghai for the final step of our China tour. Everything has blown us away and has far exceeded our expectations. So really excited to top it all off with the epic city of Shanghai and see some incredible things there. Well, we have to unfortunately say goodbye to the Pan Pacific Hotel. It was a little piece of luxury. It is going to be hard to leave. But it's on to the last part of our China adventures. So today we are catching the famous bullet train to Shanghai. So we're going to finish off this trip in the best way in one of the best cities in the world. It's exciting. So let's go to Shanghai. That was it for this leg of our China adventure. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.